In this video, let us try to use Softr app to create a landing page. And for this example, let us consider this building main 8 blocks for the landing page. So let us start with a new application. You can either choose any of the uh, available templates. You can preview the template so that you can interact with it, or you can create a own template. So in this case, let us create our own template, and you get an option to connect to the data source, which we will do at the later stage. So let us connect later. And for this example, just this is just a landing page, so let us not we'll keep only the home page, and we'll remove other pages. Okay, let's create an application. So this is our base application. Here you will see various viewing modes of tablet and mobile. You can also change the name of the application. We'll say sample. Okay. So with the basic blocks, first one is the header. So for header, you will see there are two types of headers already available. We will need only one. So I'll keep the first one and remove the second one. So once you hover on the second section, second header, you will get an option to delete. You just hit delete and it will go off. So our header section is there. This is our second section, that is the hero section. Hero section is nothing but the main image for with along with the headline and the sub headline and the call to action button. So this is the hero section. Okay. And this all the uh, data that is presented here can be edited using the panel in the right hand side, which you see here. So you can this is you can edit the pay the data here. This is your headline, this is your sub headline. You can also change the image. So before working on the hero, let us finish the header. So in header, you might want to use your own logo instead of that. So let's use our own logo. You can choose from the stock images, or you can use your own logo. Let me use a logo which I already have. This is the logo. This is just a Batman logo which I downloaded. So we can use your own logo, and you can also uh, alter the links that are given here. In here I am going to use only two links, so I will delete the extra links. So in I don't want projects, instead I will keep features, and I'll keep pricing. And since we I'm not trying to sign in the user, I will keep only one button which I will use as a call to action button. This is a CTA button. Okay, so this is a header, you can see, and here this is the features tab where you can add all the data, and in the styles you can work with the look of the data, like you can add more spacing at the top or at the bottom. You can change the background color, so you will see only this section has changed its color. So similarly, if you want a bottom separation, if you want to separate by not the color but a simple line, you can also do that. You'll see a small line that is appearing between these two sections. So that is the styles, and there's also visibility, which allows you to show to people based on their if they're logged in or not, or on based on their device what they're using. So that is an option. So let us move to the hero section. So hero section, in the features where you can see the data, you can also have an option to see change the image position to left or to right or top bottom or bottom top. So based on your requirement you can keep it, and you can also add a background image if you are willing to, something like this. So you will see a background image popping up, we don't need now. And we will see how to use this button, how the navigation happens in some time later. So this section which came along with the template, we don't need it, so let's delete it. So as of now, we have a header, we have a hero section. The next one is features. So to add a new block, you just have to click on the add button you see in the bottom, and you will see two categories of sections. One is dynamic. Dynamic is nothing but all the sections that might change based on user interaction. So these cards and these list of cards, this is dynamic because it is fetching the details from our data source. In our case we will try to use Google Sheets. So since the data might change, this is a dynamic. You will also see forms. So when user enters the data, the state of the form changes, so this is dynamic. So you will also see multiple options, payment, and calendar is also available. So some of them are open, some of them are for paid users. We will use whatever is required for us. I strongly recommend you to go through each section and just have a look what all are the options that are available, so that we can, while building it for yourself, it will be easy for you to navigate faster. And moving on to the next one, that is the static section, where all of the sections it's only for viewing purpose. There is no interaction for the in with these sections. So this kind of section, the hero section, you just have to see. So in this we are actually looking for the features. So inside the feature section there are multiple options which you can choose from. Let us choose this one which has four features here. Now let us try to see what all are the options available. You can of course change the image. You can say if you don't have four features but you have only three, you can select on the fourth one and hit delete. So you have only showing three options. So you can also change the icon if you wish to. That is an option. And we will see how all of these navigation buttons, how to set all of the navigation button in some time. So this is the feature section. Next one is the social proof, that is or the testimonial what we might say. So I'm adding a new block, that is static, and the testimonial. You'll see again options to choose from. Let's say I choose this one. So you'll see the immediately the section gets added, and you can also again add new section, or you can edit the existing section. So all of the options are available. So moving on to next section is pricing. Okay, we will select a pricing template, out of which we might take any one. Let's choose this. And the next one is CTA. CTA, in our case we will use a form as our call to action. In you can also see a form with map and all, but let's try to use a customizable form. So customizable form is where the user will enter all of his data. Here, let us say what the data has to be, how the data has to be handled. So there are multiple options. One is the data source. Data source is where you directly push the data which the user enters to our data source. In our case, it is Google Sheets. So or you can also keep adding it to the email list using if you are using any marketing tools. So you can add it there also. So let's try to add a data source here. So to connect to a data source, I just have to select which one. I'll say Google Sheets and connect to the account which you want. I'll say I'm connecting to the account, and you can see what all are the documents that are available. Let us move to the Google Sheets. So this is the account I connected. Let me create a new document. I'll say it is sample. Okay. So this is a new document is being created now. So if you don't see it immediately, what we can try to do is you can go to the settings in the left hand side, and inside data sources you will see the connected account. We'll try to re-authenticate. So once that is done, you will see this document we added just now, and we can also choose which sheet the data has to go in. Let's keep this sheet number 1 itself. So sheet number 1 is inside sample data. We are already in sheet 1, so this is where the data is going to go. So coming to the form, let us not take all the options. We will take the name and email. We will not take other options, so we will delete all of those. Okay, so we're taking only the full name and email. So how to set this up right is, you have to, you can select what type of form it is. If you're choosing a phone number, it has to be a number form. There's actually a phone number, the form which gets with along with the country code also. So you can choose whatever as per your requirement. So for text, for a full name, we'll use a text, and this is the important part where map to this has to map to the column name that is present in the sheet. So here for full name, let us get it in name, and for email we'll put it in email. Just for simplicity, I am just putting all caps here. So we'll copy this. It is case sensitive, so make sure you place it properly here. And similarly for email, it has to go into the email column. Okay, that is the setting here. And once you hit the submit button, you can also change what is shown here. I'll just show submit. You can either show a message, thank you message, or you can, this is all, you can alter this, or you can show an action where you can either go to a new URL or open new page. So that is a possibility, but I'll show just a message. So this is the setting up of the form, that or the CTA. So this is done, and our last two sections is an FAQ and a footer. Okay, so let us add a FAQ section. Okay, and last one is a footer. I'll choose this. Yes, so this is our basic custom landing page, which contains all of these basic building blocks of header. Starting from header to footer, you can alter all the data and all the sections. So this is how you put it all together, and the major part is how to link all of those. So for this header, let us say for the features, I have to link it to the feature section, correct? So inside the features, you can add an action which says you can either open a page, you can scroll, you can go to new URL. But we'll try to scroll to a section. What section it is? It is the feature. So you will see inside the home page you are navigating to the feature section. Similarly for pricing, we will add an action. We will say it has to scroll to a section, and the section is nothing but the pricing. Similarly, if you see in the hero page, there's a button for call to action. We will let us say we'll add an action, scroll to a section, and it is nothing but we are scrolling to the form. Okay, so this is how you will navigate to all the sections. So this is the basic settings. Let us now, with all of this, let us first preview and see how it is working. So this is the web view. You can also see the tablet view, the mobile view. So in the web view, so if I click on this features button, it has to get me to the features which it is doing. If I click on pricing, it is automatically moving the screen. So these all are working. If I click on this action, call to action, it is moving, taking me to the form. So this all of this is working. Now let us try to fill some data here. So full name, I'll say sample name, and email, I'll say sample at gmail.com. Okay, I'll hit submit. Once the data is getting submitted, you will see the pop-up saying thank you for getting submitting the information. In the Google Sheet, you will see the data coming here, sample and sample at gmail.com. Okay, so this is working. The form is also working fine. So this is the basic on how to build our required landing page with our own custom blocks. So I think you can for continue with this based on the requirements. And another option you will see in the settings is there's an option to either you can, if you have your own custom own domain, you can choose the own domain, or you can create a subdomain inside Softr app. Okay, now it is taken. So that is this is data sources. You will see the already connected data source, and this is the important one, the integrations. You will see there are multiple integration options that are available. If you need a chat, you can use this Hotjar for heat map, finding heat maps about your page. There's Google Analytics. So there are multiple options you can integrate with here. So that is a main thing which will be useful. So once you have set everything, you can publish your app using the publish button in the top right corner. So here again, if you have the custom domain, you can add your own domain, or if you are using the software's domain, you just put your name, the domain name here. We'll say sample 123. So this domain is available. We'll say it is published this. So it is published. You can get, you can copy it here. We can also navigate it directly. So this is already published now. So this is open for public. You can make use of it.